You ever go on an interview and feel like there are some secrets? Well, there's one secret that you need to understand, and it is their secret language. Understanding their secret language can make you more successful at your interview. Well, let's watch this video and find out how to understand their secret language. But don't tell them I told you this. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel, The Professional PhD. I am Dr. Viola, and I've been on quite a few interviews, and more importantly, I've learned how to do interviews, I think, fairly well. And it's not because I'm being like less than my authentic self. I am being my actual authentic self. But I started to understand what was important for me to know in order to prepare the right way, and what was important for me to discuss in order to present myself the best way. So, who wants to go on an interview and get to that interview, get through that interview, which is fairly long, and be speaking an entirely different language than what the company speaks? Which means your mind is focused somewhere else, your discussions or the way you present things is focused in another manner than which they are used to or where they feel like is really understandable. And so I realized that I needed to understand the secret language that companies have in order to be successfully exchanging information, details about myself, details about what I know about them. In order for that exchange of information to happen on a similar line, then I needed to understand their secret language. That was the best way. And it is the best way for you to prepare, and it was the best way for me to prepare. So how do you understand what a company's secret language is as you prepare for an interview? All right, so one of the obvious ways that you can understand their secret language is going to their website. This is one of the most obvious ways to understand the language that they like to focus on and use. Is it their data? Is it their data as the most potent form, like it's splashed all over their website, and this is where they heavily focus? Or is it a lot of feedback, testimonials, viewpoints of those who are using their product, process, or platform? Or lastly, is it basically a lot of media announcements, things that they're doing well that's put out in the media, whether it's by themselves or whether it's by some actual media network? These are the things that you need to focus on. Like, how do they like to communicate their success? How do they like to communicate their information? Okay, so let's jump into more or less of an obvious way in which you can understand their secret language. You're doing it now. You're on YouTube. When you're done watching this video, go to their YouTube channel. Go to other YouTube channels that have interviews for this company. Like, you will start seeing and hearing the way people who represent this company, how they discuss things, what their main focus is, what their challenges are. This is another way that you can understand how they speak and what they like to speak about. A little bit less of an obvious way. A lot of people don't use this. Granted, I didn't even use this, but I know it is a brilliant way to really understand what they like to communicate about, what they get excited about, what they're interested in. Guys, it is Twitter/X, right? Call it what you want. I'm still calling it Twitter. We can call it Twitter X. But go to the channel, the media platform that they use to chat. Okay? You will start to, once again, read the way they communicate. Maybe you can actually use some of those statements during an interview. Brilliant. So literally, you'll be using these platforms, whether it's YouTube, their website, Twitter X, in order to understand the way they communicate so you can better communicate with them at this interview. Okay, so my second and final way that you can understand their secret language should be simple, but I think some of you can end up making this difficult depending on how you do it. You will reach out to a couple of people that may either be in the role that you're trying to attain, which may be this medical industry or scientific industry role, and you'll just try to have a chat with them, a discussion. When you initiate this meeting of discussion, you initiated it, but you are not to be the main discussion person. The meeting is for you to let them talk, to understand the ways in which they now, as an employee of that company, communicate. How do they communicate about their company, the science, the successes, the future growth for plans? How are they communicating this? I guarantee you, most people who work at companies like myself, I start to communicate in the way that the executives communicate, the way that my manager, my director communicates. Why? Because it's almost like a robotic click. Like, this is the way we talk. This is the way we do things. This is the way we discuss things. This is our approach to delivering information. More than likely, this person has been programmed, channeled, a button has been clicked to say, this is how you talk. So you need to be talking to people who are in the company and communicate the way the company communicates. All right, guys. So I hope this video and the information in this video is helpful to you, to understanding how you can find out about their secret language. If you want to be successful at the interview, you have to understand how to best prepare for the interview and how to best be in the interview. Being in that interview is so important. It is not, okay, ask this, do this, don't ask this, don't do this. That's not all it is. It really is how you deliver your authentic self. Because this is not something you're making up. You're not playing pretend by understanding or communicating according to the way they like to speak. You are embracing it. And that's the goal. Any interview video that I give you is not so you can literally just play pretend and in order for you to get this job. But it's literally so you can prepare better and so you can also understand how you can be your authentic self based off of the way this company presents themselves. Well, guys, I thank you for tuning into this video, and I really hope that you, one, give it a thumbs up. That was me waiting. Okay, thank you. After you give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Listen, I'm hoping to grow this wonderful community of people that want to be in the scientific/medical industry as professionals. So if that's you, make sure you stick with me on your journey, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Bye-bye.